The March 2016 Florida residential market statistics from Florida Realtors have just been released, so let's take a quick look at how the single-family home and condo townhome markets are faring. Single-family home sales in March were up significantly on a year-over-year basis across the Panhandle and Northeast Florida, as well as in the Tampa-St. Pete market area. However, growth was generally slower in other parts of the state, and in some areas, sales were down relative to March of last year. The net result from a statewide perspective is that year-over-year sales growth in single-family homes remained essentially flat. Sales of condos and townhomes, on the other hand, continued to decline in most of Florida's local markets, resulting in about a 7% year-over-year decrease in March. Sale prices were up throughout most of the state in March. The median sale price among Florida single-family home sales in March was $209,500, up 10.3% versus last year. The rise in median sale price of condos and townhomes was a bit more modest, but still respectable at 3.3%, settling at a value of $155,000. The month-to-month increases in statewide active listings that characterized January and February came to at least a temporary halt in March. We began March with about 4.5 months supply of single-family home inventory and about 6.3 months supply of condo townhome inventory. And at the end of the month, those values remained unchanged. But even though overall statewide inventory levels essentially held steady in March, beneath the surface, we can see that active listings in the most affordable price tiers are continuing to decline. These declines are being offset, however, by the growth in the upper price tiers, particularly in the luxury market. The active inventory of homes listed for over $1 million, for instance, was up 18.3% year-over-year among single-family homes and 38.6% among condos and townhomes. There is currently some considerable variation in how Florida's local housing markets are performing, especially compared to what we saw through much of last year. That's why it's always important for you to study the stats for your particular market, and you can find these stats and other useful research and information at floridarealtors.org/research.